Hello and welcome to Shay Zaza and Zaza Zooms In. This is a part 2 of one that we started before. Now you've probably seen it. I have Wole and Wonu. Hey, they're both W's. I didn't realize that.
Hello,
WWO.
W-O. And they're my number one. These are my resident, male and female.
Come on.
You know
Guests.
how we do.
So we were talking about, in the last episode, we were talking about what we've had to give up to get to where we are, what we've had to disconnect from or disown in order to have the success we have today, right? And we didn't even start. They just spoke, really? And then the time
was
went.
Actually really
so please,
enjoyable.
can we stick to time and pay attention
it was
this time?
tentacles.
Can we at least? I mean, it's quite typical on Shezaza that we don't stick to topic and we go off, and I'm okay with that. But we must at least hit the topic and leave them with something for. Then we can go off.
It was actually fun time. It was fun time. But yeah, we will try and.
So let's recap. You had said, Wonu, that you had given up your idea of marriage.
Yes.
And then I said that I had given up my believing in myself, not believing in myself.
Yes.
You, and I said I was doing that every day. And you said that you are every day giving up your subtle pride. I was going to say secret pride. Subtle pride.
No, no secret.
Do you know, Brandy? It actually is secret to anyone who.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Doesn't know you.
Not very obvious.
Okay.
Not very.
Because it's subtle. So if you're not paying attention,
won't see
then
it.
it's
You won't
secret.
see it.
Okay, so where are we going to go from here? You were about to say something before I cut off the whole. No, you were talking about work.
So I said something about professionally. I've
Yeah.
had to give up the idea
Yes,
that
that's where we
I
go.
haven't been as impactful as I think I am called to be.
Okay.
And I've only had to give it up because it used to bother me so much that it was almost holding me back from doing anything else.
Okay.
So giving it up until now is just so it doesn't keep me back, but it doesn't mean that I can't pick it up.
Yes, so I don't know that qualifies in this
Okay.
conversation because
That's
I think
fair
it's more about the things that you had to disconnect
Disconnect from totally.
in order to make it to where you are today. So, who wants to go, Wole?
So, really, I mean, the thought of we're giving something up for it to be good or bad really does depend on what you call
Success, yes.
Yeah.
Wonu and I
So-
touched on that before you came in to the other
okay.
one. But yes,
Yeah.
go on. Go ahead.
So it's as opposed to them always being bad or me encouraging you to say, listen, don't give it up, pick it up again. Sometimes I'm going to say to you, yeah, drop that one. That doesn't work. Doesn't work. For example, what I'm talking about, what I mentioned as in subtle pride, it's just it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I'm saying this now because if I'd kept on not choosing to disagree in every way or form that there's any pride at all, then I'd have damaged many relationships, many things that have actually propped me up to where I am now, and even work. I'll give you one, man. Okay, you know what? Before I skew off to one side again. Yeah, we're just going to stay on track. I was going there.
No,
very
go.
fast.
It's okay.
I work.
Come back.
I will come back. I work. I take calls. I get calls every day. Calls coming every day. And my family tell me that you're so mean and cold to your students. I mean, no, I'm not. I don't think so. I say, look, you can only hear one side of the conversation. All they hear me say is, look, I'm not doing that. I can't do it. That's all they can hear me say. But I'm being concise. I don't have to dance around the reason why I'm not doing that. It's not happening. Look, I'm too busy. You know what? I can give you 5 other numbers now to call. That is true.
You've helped them in your mind.
I'm helping you.
Isn't this rude?
I mean, if you can't do it, you can't do it though.
But
That's
there's a way
one.
you will say it
There's
now.
one.
Yeah, but otherwise you're
How
just going to
long?
be beating around the bush.
How long what?
How long should how long do you say I can't
Well, first
do?
of all, you say, unfortunately, you say something that makes it seem like you are being
Do you
kind.
like the
don't
whole
just say,
sandwich
I
thing?
can't
Like
do it.
I'm being
no, not so much.
I think that I am.
No, babe,
kind.
they don't know you. These people that are talking to, do they know you?
Oh, see, some of them do, some of them don't.
So the ones that
But
do, then that's okay. But the ones that don't, you will come across
okay, so
as rude.
So in my defense, in my defense, the people that come to me, I'm, and sorry, this is a trumpet blow, okay? I'm 100%, no, okay, 99% referred.
What, the total pride kicked in and then I love it. 100%.
Well, this is day one now. What's
we're
going
good.
on?
We understand ourselves because it's what I would have said as well. Because 100% is like really blowing your 99%. No, 1% to the people that are not sure.
99% referred.
That's it.
Recommended. So I don't advertise anywhere. So the people that do come have been told. So they actually they know me already. Look, okay, it is God's doing, and it is marvelous in my sight and their sight. There you go. It wasn't me.
That's the 1%.
It was.
Oh my
Well,
God.
I said I'm dropping every day. Every day.
But you know, it's so funny because I really think that we are a sum total of our upbringing, of our everything. And I always look at because Wole and his clan.
I think all the same.
Yeah. But when I look at their upbringing, I understand why. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because their mother deliberately, correct me if I'm wrong, their mother deliberately made them a clan who were proud because they had to survive, because they lived in so many different places. Right. They had to have each other's back. They had to, and they have not been able to release it since. But I can see why.
They call it a cult.
Yeah. No. I mean, literally.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Literally.
The spouses, honestly, sometimes I think how would I feel?
And they're so much better now than when I was actively involved in their.
I
was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But when you look back at because I always like to look at where people are coming from, that why they behave like this. So I can see exactly why.
I'm just trying some dots now. Gosh.
And you're just like, oh Lord, what's going on?
So you can't hide anything from me. No. I'm fully inside. So you know what I mean. So you now see that they were taught to be like that.
Be like that.
So for survival.
To be anything else.
I mean, survival. Not that they were going to die, but for survival. Yeah. You know what I mean. They were taught to be like that. So that's how they are, and they don't see outside of that. Now, obviously, they've grown. They've come to Christ. So things have allowed them to be a bit, but they're still.
I like that word. They're balanced.
It's all about balance. A bit.
A bit.
But even a bit is big now.
But you know what I mean. But I think it's so important that we do that. It's what you said about you saw your mom.
Yes.
So it's because it's where you're coming from that you're going to look through the lenses of where you are, what you've seen. 100%. So unless you actually are actively trying to have an open mind, look outside the box, etc., you're not going to see otherwise.
Yes,
so you can't really
you have
blame
people that you respect that say things, and then it's almost like you see yourself in what they're saying or what they're. So a few things have happened to me recently. I'll come back. So I was talking to a couple of friends of mine, and they were saying what their spouses were doing that they didn't like. I was the spouse. So as they were saying it, I was thinking, wow. You didn't like that? I do that all the time. So you have people exactly. Yes. So it made me reflect because then you have people around you that honestly, and many things. Self-aware is one of them, and I thank God because I'm very self-aware. And I'm always like,
Are you on that Wives with Wisdom group?
No.
Okay, so Tola Phillips.
I missed the program.
Okay, but they actually have you are not a wife. There's actually a group called Wives with Women. But what they're doing at the moment is what's it like to be married to me.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes, and so what is a book that they're going off, but they're looking. So basically, they're being a mirror. So just what you said about, they said that your spouse is usually like your mirror, but also you can be your own mirror. Like, look, so the way you said that, close your eyes, look at Wonu's face, about actually looking and thinking, how would my spouse feel?
You're deep in it.
My husband has tried. Let me give him credit. In fact, when I come today, I'll tell him yes.
So it's interesting because I think a lot of the time, it's that whole thing. Now, again, I've come back to self and ego. Yeah, it's all about self and ego, and so you sometimes don't see how it comes across to the other person. I think Tola said,
you make it sound nice. I mean, well, make it sound a little nicer than it is. Self and ego is the one thing is yourself. Sorry.
So that we have to give up. So that we actually have to give up.
Yeah.
On our way to this success that we're talking about. I think, as Wole said, there's some things that actually is good to give up. That is one of them. That is one of them. Yeah, that is definitely one of them.
Necessity.
But then, okay, so let's even go there. So how do you give up ego?
Okay.
I'm asking you because me, I don't have ego.
See, moments.
Let me remove the
And
data.
right there was the pride, the subtle pride.
Right there. It was. I was going to ask you.
I just wanted you to feel like you know
We are together.
we are together. So I just,
Look,
It's okay, you owned it. It's okay.
everybody. There's nobody that can.
no, everybody
the
has
one
it.
person.
But how would you get rid of what are practice? Because I think some people have it more than others. Again, it's probably upbringing. It may be conditioning. It may be circumstance, whatever. But I think some people do have it a bit more than others. But what are the practical ways to not get rid? Well,
I mean, get rid. That's where you're
Get
going,
rid,
right?
okay.
So
Get rid.
if the first is that you must acknowledge that it's there.
yes,
I agree.
You must acknowledge it's there. That's your first, number one. If you don't know it's there, you're not going to know the magic anyway. Yeah. But if you know it's there, that's the first step to doing something about it. And then you can get yourself knowledgeable. So read up and find out what do I need to do here.
Okay, wait. So sorry, I know I'm going around. Leave ego. I have a friend who said to me one day, and I completely got it, even though I wanted to slap his face. He said to me, he hadn't realized he was privileged until much later in life, because everyone around him was the same as him. It was a valid
yes,
point.
okay.
Valid
Fair,
point. Do
very
you understand
fair.
what I'm saying?
Very
So I
fair.
wonder if on an ego, you know what I mean? We that were looking like you're flipping privileged. You know what I mean? But they couldn't see it because all the people that they mixed with were pretty much the same.
privileged, yeah.
So the same thing with ego. I'm wondering, because when you said the first thing you have to do is admit it, he didn't know till he was like 35 or 36
Wow.
that he was privileged, which I think is very late in life to find out something. But
if
of course,
you're
in
only
his...
hanging-
But that's what
well,
I'm
you
saying.
would have. I
In-
mean, to be fair, if you go to university, you see people of university is like a leveler, isn't it? Because
Is
everybody's
it?
there.
If you
I
stick,
guess
if
it
you
also-
stick, if you stick with your clique,
it also depends.
it's not gonna.
Really?
it's
But
not
are
gonna
you assuming
affect
your clique goes to the same university?
That's what I'm saying. So some people actually have just been moved with a certain clique.
Right, gotcha.
Period.
And
they
I guess
just-
it also
they just
depends on
gravitate
which
to-
university you go to as well. If you go to one of the Ivy
so-
Leagues or
exactly,
whatever, there's
yeah.
a certain
Right, then
standard
tend
of
to
people
find
you
you
have.
still the same, right?
You know what I mean?
Got it.
So, which he did. So, you know what I mean? So, I guess you
35,
know.
mate. Yeah,
But
okay.
so I just thought that, I mean, that's ridiculous. You had like a
Yeah.
full-grown married man with children before you even realized. You know what I mean? But that was his reality, and I understood it when he said it. I abused him, but I got it. That you know. So I feel like sometimes and thank God he got it and then started to work on it. But he could easily, because of his, I think it's because he had started employing people. You know, so he was now seeing a different,
little bit
different-
of
different
yeah,
works.
a different, and that's when he kind of realized. You know, like sort of thing where you
More very
say,
view.
go to the dentist. And you
Right.
think that that's just the norm.
Right.
Meanwhile, your staff is like, with what am I going to pay to go to the,
Mm.
you know, that sort of thing. So little things like that made him aware that, oh, well, you don't even have the money for the dentist, something
Right.
that we would never have thought of.
Right.
Do you understand what I mean? So I
makes
think
sense.
that,
Yeah.
but I think so. The point I was going to make about ego is when you are moving with those type of people, how do you even identify that you have it? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I think, well, I don't know, Ja, but I think,
So again, the things that if it's what you're looking to drop certain things, and this might be one that's holding you back. It has to be something that affects your success, because some people actually need a certain level
of ego. Yeah, because I always feel,
to get
you know,
to
those
where-
Americans that are always bigging themselves up. You know, it's an American
They
thing
need-
to
they
tell
need to.
everybody what you do. Whereas me, you know, you just ask me, I'm like,
like
no, I don't.
influencers and these things.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I actually
need
thought
to
that
do
one day I need to get in front of the thing. I actually did a blog on this ages ago because of Simeon. Simeon said something to me one day, and I thought, no, actually, mister, I will correct you. So I did a blog because I was like, just because I don't blow my own trumpet, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. But because most people, you know, in a certain, you know, they blow their own trumpet, you know, that whole thing of, especially in the workplace, it's not something I'm going to do. But
You need it.
but that's what I'm saying. So maybe that's
Yeah.
ego that you need. Is that good ego? Or is that not ego?
What's the difference in confidence and ego?
Don't come and give me grammar lessons here. What's
It's
the
true
difference?
because you need a certain level
Of
of
confidence,
confidence to
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
climb up this career ladder that people talk about.
Yeah,
Because
but
if you don't have
confidence-
it, there's
so-
nothing more upsetting for me, and dare I use the word ugly, than seeing somebody that does not believe in themselves. It's just very, it's so painful
Yeah,
to
but
watch.
I don't think that is necessarily confident. I don't think confidence and ego are the same thing. I think confidence tends to come from your abilities, what like when you're trying to teach young to be confident, you give them something to do and watch them succeed. That gives them confidence because they've succeed at something.
I feel like something and it's
So confidence
And that's
and ego cross.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
That's what I'm saying. So
I
that's
feel like
cross.
confidence
cross.
goes when you're overconfident, then
They
you're
cross.
egotistical, right?
Okay.
It crosses. So you don't. It's not a case where if you're either confident or you have an ego.
A big ego,
there's
yeah.
some parts of confidence that actually wouldn't happen without your ego.
I agree.
And there's some parts of
Yeah.
ego that will be that is good.
Yeah.
That is good.
He says in a funny
That
voice.
is because you need to have confidence.
Right.
Yeah. So you must be.
So it's the balance then.
There's a meeting ground. So the lines cross. So it's not just black or white there. That gray area is the one that's the good part of
Right.
confidence.
I agree.
I think for me, that whole thing of, I don't even know if it's ego or confidence. For me, the fact that I know that God created everybody and God loves everybody as much as He loves me keeps me very grounded. Plus the homeless man on the streets, plus you know what I mean? Because for me, it's like we're all the same. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
everyone's looking at it that way. That's
Exactly.
not
No, what I'm saying, so
Very
I'm
can.
coming back to how to get rid
Right.
of your ego. So for me, that's what kind of keeps me, not gets rid of my ego, but keeps me balanced in the sense
Right.
that I will remind myself. There's some people, when somebody really, I say, it's because God loves you. And actually, God created you. Jeez.
Well, I've never
what
thought
was
that.
He thinking? No, but you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? As in, if God can create you,
Right.
even whether I agree with
Right,
it or not,
I
then
understand.
it allows me to be like,
Right.
well, you know what? As horrible as that person is, or as wonderful as that person is, God,
We're still the same.
we're on the same level at some point. Yeah, that's how I manage my.
That's actually not a bad way of looking at it. That's very hard though. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice.
Okay, but you know what I said.
A
about
lot of
that?
practice.
No, but you see the other way
a
to do
lot
that.
of practice. I'm just thinking about it. That's a lot of
No, but the
practice
other
to
way,
do that.
because you know when I first started doing this thing,
everyone the same. No, but look at that. Look
No,
at that.
like legit, I've never. I don't have that worldview at all. At all.
I like the
Like,
pure honesty.
Yeah, I
It's
just don't have that worldview.
It's just
I just
not
think,
happening.
Yeah, I'm just like.
Oh,
Not that I
wow.
think I'm better than people, but
We're not on the same level.
yeah, I mean,
No, but you know-
I probably need a dose of that to help.
Yes, I need a
Okay.
wall up. I need a whole wall up.
Yeah, right. But
No, but okay.
it's
So
not my
so when
worldview.
I first started, and sometimes, like you said, you can't make it work. As in, you're just like, no. That's why I said, what was he thinking? You know, you can't. Make it.
Right.
But then when I now do that, I then think, well, this is somebody's son. Then I can relate
Oh wow.
because now it's more personal. Because I now think that could be my son. What would I want somebody to do if that was my son?
Okay, that's what empathy looks like.
That's I was going to say.
I
I am
know.
I
is that what
definitely don't
empathy
have it.
looks
Okay,
like?
I thought I was empathetic, but no.
No, I can't lie. I am empathetic. I am
No,
empathetic.
did you?
I'm empathetic.
Before
Oh yeah, say it, manifest.
Look.
Say it so you can manifest it.
Look.
my last trouble thing is that I'm not a sympath,
I'm not a sympath.
but I'm an empath.
I'm an empath.
that's
I'm an
empathism.
empath. Now the action to correct or to meet a problem or an issue, I might not be the one to do it, but in my heart, my mind, I say, right, okay, right, I get it. I get where she's
person's coming from.
Yeah, but this here person,
Yeah.
no, but she walks there.
She walks the walk.
That's a hard one.
But so what I'm saying, so when I could make
Hard,
it
hard,
seem
hard.
like
Baby, thank you. Okay, I'll do that.
when
Baby
I
steps.
could make it seem like it could be my son, then I could now relate to that person that was a really obnoxious so and so.
An
Do you know what I mean?
adult? I can only do that with kids.
Oh, an adult too, because it's
No,
somebody's
man,
child.
Because I'm
It's
just like, you're
somebody's-
grown.
do
Yeah,
better.
but-
Yeah,
do
you're
better.
totally
But
grown.
remember what I said about where you're coming from. You don't know where he's coming from. You don't know what
You're still
clan his mother
grown.
puts him in.
Yeah,
That's
but
how-
you're grown. Yeah, but you're
You're,
grown.
you're Voltron.
Yeah. No,
What's that?
The
I
original
don't even know
defender of
who
the
Voltron is.
universe.
Defender.
Yeah, there's a cartoon where we're growing up. We all watch Voltron. And
Voltron.
the slogan was "Defender of the Universe." So Voltron.
No,
I
I'm
describe
not.
myself as Voltron Princess, but I made
I like that.
Princess.
Princess.
I didn't say
Princess.
It only applies
Oh,
with
God.
kids. It only ever applies with, or people that
But
I
maybe-
feel like
maybe when you
are
have-
not they don't have the same. It doesn't apply to adults. I don't
But
think.
maybe when you have adult kids, it will. I wonder.
Maybe I really.
I mean, it
doubt
happened to me before I had adult kids.
I was
but-
gonna say I doubt it,
But I did have
I
adult
can-
nephews,
I-
people that I could relate to. That's why.
One can try.
How many minutes do we have left?
that's
Five. Is
that's
that 5
the
minutes?
hardest.
6
6
minutes.
Yeah,
minutes.
6.5. No, but okay. So are we agreeing that ego is one of the things that you should get rid of. I mean, if you're a footballer, I don't think you should. But if it's one of the
So
things
I think
you
it
should get rid
depends
of,
then. But maybe
We said to work on it.
yes.
Yeah.
To work
Yeah.
what is good in the ego that you
Right,
have.
yes.
And try and chip away at the bad.
Yes.
You have to work it out.
Yes.
You have to.
Yes.
I say, so put that mirror up there. I like that mirror.
Yeah,
That
that was a
mirror
good
is
one.
good. That's a good one. I like that
That's
one.
a good one.
What is it like to be married? Oh, I love that man. Okay. So you know what? I'm happy to take hits. I take a hit. So I can stand in the room. I can stand in the middle of that room and say, listen, tell me what you don't like about me. I can take it.
I think
And no
I
matter
can
how
as
much
well.
it hurts,
Yeah.
I can take it because I think it's actually good
healthy.
therapy.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's very healthy.
Yeah.
I always say
Very
to people, I'm a straight shooter. Like appraisals at work, I'm like, don't worry about all the good things I've done. Don't even worry about it. Just tell me how I need to improve. I do. I do say
Wow.
that to my boss. I do.
Yeah,
that.
she is like that.
I
And she
do,
gets
I am
very
like
annoyed
that.
if you say,
If I try,
you don't
if you're
give her-
trying to
yeah,
butter me
she
up.
doesn't- yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
Get on,
As
get
I say,
on.
I'm self-aware, so I have a fairly good idea, but
Oh, you're doing good.
I just need to know what exactly you need me to work
Work
on.
on.
So that whole sandwich thing doesn't work for me.
So you see, this is where I say I'm the person that's giving that. That's what,
sandwich
just
feedback.
the feedback.
feedback that-
Look, I'll give you another.
Yeah, but you have to
number.
know that the person you're giving it to can handle
Take
it.
It's fair.
Do you understand what I mean?
Okay, so this is where I think this is where the pride thing works. 'Cause I haven't got the time.
Thank God you're working on this every day.
I have not got the
I mean,
time.
there's an element of
Look,
truth in it, though.
when my good Lord decides to give me 26 hours a day, then there's 2 hours extra. I want to
No,
then.
but you will find something else to do with them.
You're right, I think you're right.
No, it's
You're
never gonna
right.
happen because we're never gonna get 26 hours. So that's insane. It's never gonna happen.
You're right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so final words because we're running out of time.
Yes.
What would your final words be about? I mean, we've gone all over the place, but hopefully you've got
We
something.
talked about
out of
what
this.
we've given up. So then, maybe what I would like to know is how do I redeem what I gave up but I didn't want to give up?
What rather than what you didn't want to what you shouldn't be giving up.
Okay, I like that better.
Yeah.
What I shouldn't be giving up.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be giving up wanting to impact other people.
Fantastic.
Yes, I shouldn't be giving that up. So I need to do better.
Yeah.
I don't know how. But
Get creative, man.
But I think also something like that, especially because you know that the fact that you haven't done it will bring you down, then you have to have a plan in place that, okay, next year I'm going to impact one person. But first of all, I have a problem with that statement anyway, because you do impact people all the time, first of all, but maybe not in the structured manner that you had in mind.
Yes.
And therefore, in that structured manner, if you want to go that way and you don't feel like you would have arrived till you go that way, which is a bit whatever, but
I'm a bit
if you want to
late
do that,
sometimes.
yeah. If you want to do that, then you need to put a plan that, okay, next year, one person in this structured way. Or, you know what I mean? And do, because I can call here now. Should I call the people
No,
who have
no,
impacted?
no.
I can call them. There are plenty.
Oh.
So, you know what I mean? So, it's just not in the way that
Therapy
you
going on right
thought.
I told you.
It's just not in the way that you thought.
Right,
So
yes,
that's what
that's
I would say. So maybe put some plans in place for that. You, Uncle, let me give you therapy. What therapy
Hit
do
me,
you need?
hit me. I
only have-
said I can stand in the room, but I would say that it's good to know you and to know what it is that you should be working on daily. I am intentional about doing what it is about correcting these ways. So I'm happy to hear it. I can take hits. I think you have to be ready to take some good constructive criticism and sometimes some criticism that is not so constructive, and expect that it will come. Yeah. I always say I'm a student for life.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I'm a student of life. And so I can learn from anybody. Not everyone's my mentor.
You should be learning from everybody.
But I can learn from anyone. And so if someone tells me, someone that I think is a child, tells me that they didn't like this, I will hear it. Doesn't mean I'm going to change it, but I will hear it. Yes, I will chew on that as well. So be ready to take some advice, some counsel from other people.
Okay, so who's going to give me therapy?
It's a problem.
Well.
means
You know,
the
I think yours, in your case, I would say that you actually. I'm trying to think of what the converse of that would be. I think it'd be damaging to many people
The converse of what?
of what you're talking about. What you say that you had to give up.
She has
Oh,
to
okay.
remind herself that she's
That-
better
that's
than
better
she's.
than you are.
is.
Yeah.
Better
Because
than I am or better as I am? What do you mean than I am?
Better than you think you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's why we can't give you
So
therapy.
wait, so your issue is that you have to keep reminding yourself that you can do more, that you're not,
that I'm worth it, that I'm good enough, that that I deserve it, that all those things that come with. This is why Rock Your Own Gorgeous started.
Good, and I think it's a journey, right? I think that you actually are doing it, and I think that because of what you're doing, you are impacting many lives, and your capacity to help people and to be everybody's best friend.
It's true. It's true.
Best friend.
Yeah, okay, but let me ask you as my friend, do you feel...
but the beauty of her, the way she makes sure everybody's her best friend is that you don't feel that you're not her best friend.
Can you imagine?
Yes, you actually don't feel that you're not her best friend.
Let me,
I even thought I was the first one to give her a nickname. Is it lie?
But do you know that? But do you know that he was implying before, when I spoke to him, that my relationships are not real because I'm friends with everybody. I'm everybody's friend.
No. If you tell us that you're doing birthday in Marrakesh today, she'll be there.
Boom.
Yes. No fake friendship is going to cost her that much money.
So I had to get a caveat. I definitely did not say. I'm just saying, I can put you into the... So my brother said that, listen, Tinuke is everyone's best friend. And he didn't say that because he felt...
He's not my best friend. He's not even my friend. Let's even start there.
She has said it. She has said it now.
But maybe he thought that I was his friend too. That's why he said it. You got that wrong, boy.
Put your brother on the hot seat. And now he does not have a friend.
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Okay, guys. We tried.
We did.
We tried. So, just go and have your own conversations and keep rocking your own gorgeous. See you next time.
Oh, gosh. Oh, God.